What up, YouTube Live? Oh, it's kind of bright. There you go. This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment. It's good to be back live streaming again. Hopefully, the Wi-Fi connection here is much better than mine at home. I'm currently visiting a place. This is not my place, but the Wi-Fi is much stronger. So I'm gonna talk to you guys, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below about Star Trek Discovery episode tonight, the all-new episode titled Vis Pacem para Bellum. The minute I saw that Pacem thing, I was like, it's gotta be Latin. It's classic Latin. Because when I used to be part of a choir in church a long time ago. I don't know why. I'm not that good a singer. I guess I was just trying to join a group, I suppose. And there were some songs that we sang that were kind of like Latin language. And even though I didn't know what it meant. But Pacem, or Pacem, I think, yeah, came out a lot in the in some of the songs. So yeah, anyway, it means, I had to look it up, if you want peace, prepare for war. I repeat, Si vis pacem para bellum means, if you want peace, prepare for war. So, what happened on tonight's episode was that, I have my notes here. First of all, this video contains spoilers, so heads up. The following does have spoilers. Star Trek Discovery came to help out a fellow Starfleet ship that was under attack by the Klingons. The Klingons were attacking the ship, and it did not end well, unfortunately, for that ship. I forgot the name. The name escapes me right now. But man, you should see the expressions on the faces of Star Trek Discovery crew. They were devastated. They were I don't know, at a loss for words when they could not do much to help. You know, it was like, oh my God, I can't believe we just let that ship die, and then we drove our way out of there. But I feel like it's taking a toll on the crew emotionally. I'm sure if I were them, you know, if I were Reese and all those guys, I'd be like, man, was there something that I could have done more to have prevented this death from happening? Because during that fight, or during that battle, there were times when Captain Lorca said something to one of the crew members, do this, do that, and it took them like maybe a couple seconds to register, or maybe they were second guessing, or maybe they had, you know, they were assuming that they were supposed to do something else instead of what they were ordered to do. It was not in sync. They were not firing. You know, they were not. It could have been more harmonious. That whole exchanges between Captain Lorca and his crew. So I'm not sure if there's something there, or maybe I'm just reading too much into it. And then we saw Michael, Tyler, and Saru got sent to this planet called Pavo, and it's supposed to be, you know, a planet where there's nobody there, uninhabitable. Not unfortunately, surprisingly, there was this strange entity that emits sort of a weird sound that only Saru could hear more loudly than the rest, than Tyler and Michael. And Saru was in the process of trying to figure out this entity's language, and in the process, Saru learned that this entity was part of the planet, the Pavans. And so they were there. The mission is to pretty much figure out a way to use that tower, the transmission tower thing, to their advantage, so that it would turn the tide of war to the for the benefit of Starfleet. So that was the mission. But along the way, Saru made contact, like touch physical contact with the Pavans. The Pavans saw what Saru was fearing. Saru was afraid. Apparently, Saru was scared to death of this whole war with Klingons. To the point where, Saru believed that if he had just stayed in the Pavan's planet, and then it would be, all swell. Like, oh, excuse me. Then he would not have to deal with the war. He could just stay there as a refugee and be there forever, safely, safe and sound. It's hilarious because Saru in the episode kind of turned into some kind of a hippie that's stuck in some kind of a commune. So he was like, "Oh, look at this stuff! Isn't this great? Oh, if we could just live here forever, man." The guy who plays Saru, Doug Jones, is an awesome actor. I've interviewed him once. He's a pretty cool guy. At the same time, Michael and Tyler kissed again. I don't know, man. This whole romance thing, I already addressed it in last week's episode, that I would rather have it be a will they, won't they relationship instead of a straight up, hooking up. I don't know. I'm just not too sold on this whole Michael and Tyler thing. But hey, what can I say? What can I do? There was a moment when Tyler assumed senior in command. Turns out it was just a play on their part. A good play, by the way. A smart one, I must add. Meanwhile, while that thing is going on with Saru being all hippie, and I love peace and harmony, I love to stay in this planet. Meanwhile, there's this drama with the Klingons again. Finally, after two previous episodes, we're back to seeing more of the Klingons again. And now we get to see what happened to the Admiral lady. I can't remember her name. But there's this female Klingon that's helping the Admiral, and I had exchanges on Twitter with a friend of mine. We're wondering, like, is this good Klingon, or is she? I mean, is her intention genuine in wanting to help the Admiral, or I don't know. I don't know if she's just playing a part, or she was just. It was all just a ruse. We don't know. I mean, there was a scene in tonight's episode where that good Klingon was like, so upset about the bodies of her friends upon discovering her friends, and she was like, "Cole, I'm gonna get you." Cole is the name of the evil Klingon general. "Cole, I'm gonna get you. Cole will die." But later on, we saw her pledge allegiance to Cole. So I'm like, okay, now I'm confused. And then Cole also said, I can see through your deceit. You are a liar. So then she ended up getting punished. So you wonder, like, okay, are you trying to play both sides? But what are your intentions really, man? Make up your mind. Is she trying to help the Federation? Or, we don't know. We don't know. It's just too ambiguous. Maybe you guys can help me out. What are your theories about this so-called good Klingon that wants to defect? Is she genuine, or does she have a secret hidden agenda of something else? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Another thing that's also going on or happened during tonight's episode is that Lieutenant Stamets, played by Anthony Rapp, we saw the effect that the whole spore drive had on him psychologically. And it turned him into an asshole, basically. He became an asshole I'm not good with names. To Michael's roommate. There you go. I was like, does this have anything to do with that one ending of that one episode where Stamets was looking at his reflection in the mirror, and then he walks away, and then the reflection still stays there? Do you remember that episode? So I'm wondering if the effect of this spore drive, the effect that it has on him, has anything to do with that creepy, all reflection stays in the mirror thing. Maybe that's why he becomes an asshole. Who knows? Maybe there are two Stamets now. Side note, with the whole Kevin Spacey thing out in the open, the whole Kevin Spacey scandal, that knowing that in the back of my head, watching Anthony Rapp as Stamets in tonight's episode, I don't know about you. I kind of view the character differently now, knowing that whole thing, with Anthony Rapp. I'm not sure about the next press junket that he will have. If he, Star Trek Discovery junket, if he wants to be there, because if he is there, then the question will be solely or mostly about, the whole Kevin Spacey thing. But yeah, so those are the things that happened on tonight's episode. It ended with basically freaking Pavans, this whole peace and harmony planet, acting like some freaking United Nations or a mediator. All of a sudden, they transmitted signal not only to Discovery, but also inviting the Klingons. I was like, what the? What are you thinking? Are you trying to broker a peace agreement or something? What are you? Freaking, I don't know, man. Freaking the Pavan planet is very naive. Which leads us back to the title of this episode. If you want peace, Si Vis Pacem para Bellum. If you want peace, prepare for war. Some wars are inevitable. Some wars are just. Some wars are justified. Maybe this is one of those wars. Maybe we'll see the Pavan next week, in next week's episode, can pull off the impossible and actually, negotiate something between opposing sides. Who the hell knows? But next week's episode will be the fall finale. That's right, the fall finale. The title is Into the Force I Go. It airs Sunday, November 12th. And then Star Trek Discovery takes a short hiatus, and they come back again in January, specifically January 14. And the winter premiere will have 5 episodes more to go, 5 episodes left, and then the season 1 finale. So those are my thoughts about Star Trek Discovery tonight. I really, really feel for Saru, though. I could totally understand where he's coming from, because if war is, knock on wood, I hope it doesn't come to my area or my place, but if it's upon us, and if it's nearby, and I'm expected to fight, I don't know if I could, man. I'm expected to take up arms. I don't know if I could. And if there's this option where, okay, Rama, if you stay here, you'll be safe. The only condition is that you just stay here. You don't get yourself involved with that thing. I might consider that option. It's totally understandable. Saru's fear is not baseless. It's totally understandable. But at the same time, when he was under that fear, under that influence, it was not the real Saru. Aside from the fact that Saru could run 80 miles an hour, but it was a different kind of person. Even Michael could see that. Because cowardice is not part of Saru. He's a gentle kind, but he can be a fighter when he wants to be. And so that what we saw tonight, it was just it's like the beer talking was the fear talking. So we'll see how these Pavans, these Harmony Peaceful Planet, will play a factor in next week's fall finale. Share your thoughts in the comment section below about tonight's episode of Star Trek Discovery, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. And also, Star Trek Discovery, once again, a reminder, can only be enjoyed on CBS All Access. That's CBS streaming services. So Rama Screen is an affiliate of CBS All Access. So please support Rama Screen by subscribing to CBS All Access through the link that I provide in the description box below this video. Invite your friends to do the same. All right? Thank you so much, and let's wrap this. Have a good rest of the weekend, guys.